Good. How are you doing?
Good. You by yourself?
So far.
So far?
Relationships. Kids.
Oh, yeah. I called my grandma. She texted her. She's at Will's game. She said my grandma's kids.
Too loud?
No.
What is he doing? He just literally walked this way and then...
Granddaughter's here. She's gonna feed me.
Yeah.
No. I do. I need help.
He bought me popcorn enough times as a kid. It's probably my turn, actually. That's something like I
I wonder who taught her how to do that. Was it me? Oh, you didn't do that?
Rachel.
Rachel did. That's right. Brian, what we got for a baseball game tonight? There's a varsity game. When? When he shows up? Right. There's kind of someone close to subscribers. I think he picked it up.
I expect Jack
But he's gonna be. I think he'll be okay. Becky can move. What do you call it? Skin glue.
I was gonna say, you mean she didn't use like super glue that you found on the farm?
Well, we could have done that.
I know you could have, but it's probably a decent thing to do.
How'd your day go, kiddo?
Good. Kind of busy. I had to be in Cedar Falls at 7:30 this morning. So I got up kind of early, but it was good.
The Winter strikes out for out number 2. Next up to bat, right fielder, number 25, Brock Bergmeyer.
Are you in the house by chance? Can you go back to see on my printer if I look at it? There's a piece of paper sitting on that printer.
Bergmeyer grounds out to the first baseman, TJ Jakin, for out number 3. In the top of the first, the Knights JD scores. No runs and no hits, no Warriors, leaving one on base. Do it for Wapsie Valley, Garrett Shannon, Caden Dana, and Tyler Shore.
What'd you say?
I don't think it'll kill it. Yeah. Go ahead. Here you go.
What do you want me to do? Just dig it out.
First one was nice and then you pour ahead of full strength. Like you said, it's dry.
Well, if it happens to one of us, you boys, then they'll do something about it. You're right.
I'm supposed to slide that first. You're supposed to slide
All the way to Waterloo.
What? I slide the first all the time. That's what you're talking about.
You okay? Good job, man.
That's a bleeder.
Dana strikes out for out number 2. Next up for the Warriors, second baseman number 27, Tyler Shore.
It's just going to be a blue with a W in it. You don't know what a Microsoft Word document looks like? No? No? Yes. Yes, down at the bottom. If I have it open. If I have it open.
Did they play this team already?
Yeah, we played them
I didn't get to it. I know that.
Nice pitch.
Ball was curving too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know it. Oh, is that right? I don't know what it looks like. Let's see if
an error. Next up for the Knights, number 14, the Dominator.
It's not that one. It's that brown one. Okay, the left-hand side, go up and scroll up. Click on the one that says documents, which is second. No, not there. Up at the top. Keep scrolling up.
Montiel Bagnestos grounds out
Scroll down
to
until you see
3C2 J-Kid for out. Number 1. Next up to bat, left fielder number 22, Matt Reifenstahl.
keep going. Scroll down. Just scroll down. It'll be a brown report. It's personal. Scroll down until you see broadcast. It'll be another report. Original ball or strike. One that says welcome to.
Zach strikes out for out. Number 3. In the top of the second, Union scores no runs and no hits. One warrior leading. J-Kid draws the walk. Next up to bat, right fielder number 44, Hayden Hilsenbeck. Runners advance on the wild pitch. Ground is hit by the pitch. Next up to bat, catcher number 29, Braden Vance. strikes out for out number 2. Hagdahl steals second. Next up to bat, shortstop number 19, Maddox DeWinter. DeWinter singles. Next up to bat, right fielder number 25, Brock Bergmeyer. Bergmeyer reaches on the Dana air as Hagdahl and DeWinter score for the Knights, tying the game 2-2. Next up to bat, third baseman number 27, Harrison Beislein.
Yep. You gotta hit that on that black remote. You gotta hit that little, like, what looks like a plug-in button up in the corner. Yeah. Somewhere up there. I was gonna try and stop by, but work ran long and I didn't have time to make it over. Talk to you later. Go to first.
Beislein not only dropped third strike, Reed advanced to TJ Jakin for out number 3. In the top of the third, Union scores 2 runs and 2 hits, 1 Warrior, leaving 1 on base. Due up for Wapsie Valley, Briggs Bainey, Elijah Ike, and Garrett Shannon. Next up for the Warriors, number 4, Elijah Ike. Bainey advances to second on the Hegdahl error. Ike pops out to the pitcher, Henry Hegdahl, for out number 1. Next up to bat for the Warriors, shortstop number 17, Garrett Shannon. Shannon, the RBI single, scoring Briggs Baby. Warriors retake the lead, 3-2. Now stepping in the box, center fielder number 0, Kaden Dana. Kaden Dana, the RBI single scoring Garrett Shannon. 4-2 Warriors. Now batting second baseman number 27, Tyler Shore. Dana thrown out at third. Throw from Sadler to baseline. 4 out. Number 2. Shore draws the walk. Next up to bat, number 11, Hunter Curley. Curley pops out to the second baseman, Brandon Brush. 4 out. Number 3. In the bottom of the third, Wapsie Valley scores 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 night error, leading 1 on base, leading 4-2 after 3. Do it for the Knights in the board. Don Montiel, Megan Soos, Matt Riefenstahl, and Eric Zach. Batting for the Knights, number 14, Dominique Montiel, Begenso. Hilsenbeck. That's the fly ball for out. Number 1. Next up to bat, left fielder number 22, Matt Reifenstahl. Jakin thrown out at second. The throw from Sadler. 2 fries for out. Number 1. Hilsenbeck draws the walk. Next up to bat, number 37, Gavin Brown. Draws the walk. Next up to bat, catcher number 29, Braden Vance.
Right fielder coming into pitch.
Position changes for the Knights. Coming to pitch number 25, Brock Bergmeyer. Into right field, number 28, Eric Zack. Now playing first base, number 19, Maddox DeWinter. At shortstop, number 31, Henry Hagdahl. Now batting catcher number 29, Brandon Vance. Ilsenbeck advanced to third on the wild pitch. Round steals second. Vance draws the walk. Next up for the Warriors, third baseman, number 30, Aiden Gracie. Greasy draws the walk and brings home Hayden Hilsenbeck. Warriors now lead 5-2. Next up to bat, number 23, Brody Vance. lines out the third baseman Harrison Weisslein, who steps on third and gets Gavin Brown for outs 2 and 3. In the bottom of the fourth, Wapsie Valley scored 1 run, no hits, no 9 errors, leaving 2 on base. After 4, our score, Wapsie Valley 5, Union 2. Due up for the Knights, Brandon Brush, Henry Hickdahl, and Andrew Sadler. Now batting for the Knights, second baseman number 6, Brandon Brush.
To get you guys up and moving, get the blood pumping before your game.
Brush out on the foul tip, caught by catcher number 29, Brennan Vance for out number 1. Next up to bat, shortstop number 31, Henry Hickdahl. Hickdahl grounds out to the first baseman, T.J. Jenkins, who brings Bainey for out number 2. Now batting catcher number 9, Andrew Sadler. Tyler strikes out for out number 3. In the top of the 5th, A-Night scored no runs and no hits, no Warriors, leaving none on base. And that's the ball game. Our final score in this JV game: Union 2, Wapsie Valley 5.
You got 2 hits for each team? 3 for Ellen, 1 error for them, and 2 for line up in, check it.
Welcome, everyone, to our live stream baseball game. We are live from Wapsie Valley Field. I am your play-by-play announcer, Shane Kelly. Today's matchup features two North Iowa Cedar League East teams, the Union Knights versus our Wapsie Valley Warriors. Looks to be a great evening for baseball. Game time temperatures around 79 degrees with the breeze coming out of the north. So it'll be blowing out toward right field. Union comes into this game 3-14. They are 1-7 in conference play. They are coming off an exciting walk-off win over North Tama, 4-3. A game that they won in the bottom of the 7th inning where they got the winning run home. Wapsie did win the previous two matchups early in the season, 8-1 and 12-2 at LaPorte City. Their top offensive players is Joe Beislein. He's a senior. He's got a .404 batting average, .483 on-base percentage, and a .538 slugging, which all leads the team. Also, Ty Lorenzen, who's also a senior. He's got a .292 batting average with a .443 on-base percentage, and he leads the team with 11 runs scored. Tonight's pitcher for the Union Knights is Sawyer Spence. He is a freshman. His record so far this season is 1-1. He's got a 7.00 ERA. He's got 5 strikeouts on the season in 7 innings of work. He features a fastball. He also has a curveball, changeup, and a slider. I talked to Michael Bruns before the game. He said the keys to the game are he wants his pitcher to fill the strike zone with strikes, and he's looking for them to play great defense on this turf, which is something different for the team, as it is pretty much for anybody that comes here. Wapsie is coming into this game 13-9 overall record. They are 5-3 in conference, coming off a win over Appleton Parkersburg 9-7 on Tuesday night. The top offensive players for the Wapsie Valley Warriors, I did something different. I went and looked at the last 4 games so that way I could call off different names. In the last 4 games, some of the offensive leaders is Blake Hesse, who's a freshman. He's been batting .462. Manny Hebner, who's a junior, he's been batting .455 over the past 4 games. And Briar Bellis, an 8th grader, he's been batting .364 over the past 4 games. And also Mason Harder, who is a senior, he's been batting .286, also has a .444 on-base percentage. Tonight's pitcher for the Wapsie Valley Warriors is Blake Hesse. He comes into this game 0-1. He's got a 2.92 ERA. And he so far has 24 strikeouts in 26.1 innings of work. He does lead the team in innings pitched. I did talk, hold on, let me get the graphic up for you guys. I did talk to Coach Jakin before the game. Here are the Costa serving up success keys to the game. Got them from the coach. He's looking to have a huge night from Hesse on the mound. He'd like to see him get in around 90 pitches, I think is what he's got slated for him. He also wants to keep consistent hitting throughout the lineup. That's something that was really successful in the Appleton Parkersburg game. Got hits from almost everybody in the lineup. He's hoping that continues again tonight. The officials for tonight's game is John Uhall and then Ryan Willis, who will be behind the plate. Tonight's starting lineup, first for the Knights. Let me put this up for you to see. Ty Lorenzen, he's going to lead off at second base. Batting second is Ethan Winicky. He's at third base. Batting third is Sam Fell at shortstop. Batting fourth is their first baseman, Joe Beislein. Batting fifth is Sawyer Spence. He's their pitcher. Batting sixth in center field is Gavin Frederickson. Batting seventh is Ryan DeVries. He'll be at catcher. Batting eighth is Mason Mullen, who's in left field. Batting ninth is Mays Weber, who is in right field. Defensively, this is how the Warriors are going to line up tonight. We got Dana in left field, Bellis in center, Mason Harder in right field. In the infield, you got Tucker Latterberg at third, Justice Kelly at shortstop. Manny Hebner is going to be our second baseman, and at first baseman is Jackson Kuhlman. On the mound is Blake Hesse, and then behind the plate will be Jake Shore. Tonight is a conference game. Wapsie is hoping to finish strong. Districts gets announced next Monday, so we're hoping to finish the week off strong. with the possibility of having a home field for district play. But now stay tuned.
Please rise, face the flag in center field, gentlemen, remove your caps as we got our nation knows to protect its freedoms and liberties with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, folks, we're going to be ready to play here in just a minute. We're going to have Wapsie is going to go through their warm-ups. Got the lights already turned on. We're ready to go. If you're in the area, come on down. It's going to be a great evening for baseball. If you're not in the area, then settle in. Grab some popcorn and listen to me. Hopefully I don't put myself on mute tonight. I didn't last game against Appleton Parkersburg. I didn't leave myself on mute once. So due up for Union is going to be Ty Lorenzen, Ethan Winicky. Is it Winicky? Winicky? And then Sam Fell. All right, Hesse is done with his warm-up tosses, so we're ready to play ball. So leading off for the Union Knights is Ty Lorenzen. Lorenzen is their second baseman. He comes into tonight's game with a .292 batting average and a .443 on-base percentage. He takes the first pitch inside for a ball. He swings at that one for a strike. Here's a pitch from Hesse. That pitch is swung on and fouled off, but it fouled off his leg, I think. That makes our count 1-2. Here's a pitch from Hesse. Taken outside and low for ball 2. That evens our count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. That pitch is taken inside. Makes our count full, 3-2. Here's a hit right at our first baseman, Jackson Kuhlman, who catches it right off his shoestrings for the first out of the game. That'll bring up Ethan Winicky. He's just a freshman. He leads the Union Knights in singles with 16 of them. He's got a 309 batting average, 377 on base. Takes that first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. He's also got 10 RBIs so far in the season, which is second on the team behind Beislein. So he looks like he's going to be a good hitter for the Knights. He took that pitch for strike 3, though. That's the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Sam Fell for the Knights. He's a junior. He's playing shortstop tonight. Sam has a 190 batting average. He hits that one right, soft liner to Justice Kelly, who makes the catch, flips the ball over the mound, and that'll retire the side for the Knights. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We're going to head to the home half of the first inning. No score. We'll be back here in just a minute.
Wapsie Valley, Justice Kelly, Jake Shore, and Tucker Latimer.
All right, we're ready for the bottom of the fourth inning. Justice Kelly is the leadoff hitter for the Warriors. So far this season, he's batting .368. He leads the team with 28 hits and 76 at-bats. He's got a .478 on-base percentage. Takes that first pitch for a strike on the outside corner. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Skied up in the air in the right field side. Drifting over to it is Weber, who makes the play for out number one. So that'll bring up Jake Shore. Jake's at catcher tonight. He also plays right field, but tonight he's at catcher. He's a junior. He's currently hitting .333 so far this season. He rips that ball down to third base line. It's fair. He's probably going to have extra bases. The left fielder, Mullen, runs over to it. He picks it up and gets it in to Fell. So that'll be a stand-up double. That's Jake's sixth double of the season. And that'll bring up Tucker Latimer, who's a third baseman. He leads the team with a .397 batting average. He also leads the team in on-base percentage with a .506 on base. Here's the first pitch, taken down low for a ball. He's got 15 RBIs so far this season. Would like to see number 16 right here. Here's the pitch. Taken inside for a ball. Makes the count 2-0. Tucker's got 27 hits so far this season. That pitch is skied up in the air toward the right side. It's going to drop right in front of the right field for a hit. Jake Shore had to hold up, but he's going to advance to third base after a ball squirts away from the right fielder. But that'll give the Warriors 2 hits on the inning. The wind's a little tricky. Like I said, it's blowing from the north, which is going to favor anything hit toward the right side. It can make it very tricky. And that's kind of what happened there. Lorenzen went out to give it a good look, but it was kind of over his head. So here's Jackson Coleman. Coleman lines it to right field, and the right fielder Weber jumps up, makes the catch for the second out of the inning. That was a very nice play by their right fielder, who had to jump up to grab it. That'll bring up Briar Bellis. His average on the season is 210. He hits the very first pitch to Ty Lorenzen, who picks it up, throws it over to first to retire the Warriors. So the Warriors score no runs. They did get 2 hits. They'll leave 2 runners left on base. We'll be back for the top of the second inning in just a minute. Before we do that, I'd like to thank tonight's sponsors. Tonight's live stream is sponsored by Access Systems. They are an Iowa-based company with offices across the state of Iowa and surrounding states. They feature copiers and printing solutions along with IT and phone solutions. They keep offices connected. Also, Vandale Insurance in Fairbank. They can help you with auto, home, health, life, crop, and commercial insurance. Talk to Amber or Chad Vandale or any one of their fine agents. Also, Casa's Sports Bar and Grill in Fairbank. If you're looking for a nice place to watch the game or take the family out for dinner, they do it all at Casa's Sports Bar and Grill. Thank you for being a sponsor. We'll be back in just a minute. All right, we're back for the top of the second inning. For the Knights, they have due up Beislein, Spence, and Frederickson. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Joe Beislein, he's a senior. He's pretty much their leading hitter. He's got 21 hits so far this season. He's hitting .404. He's got a .483 on-base percentage. He's got a slugging percentage of .538. So he's a very good hitter for the Knights. Here's a pitch from Hesse that's swung on, hit toward the gap in between first and second. So that'll go as a base hit. The first hit for the Knights. Just out of the reach of Manny Hebner.
Next up to bat, pitcher number 13, Sawyer Spence.
That'll bring up their pitcher, Sawyer Spence. Spence is a freshman. He's batting .326 on the season so far. He's got 15 hits and just 46 at-bats. Here's the pitch from Hesse. Swung on and missed for strike one. He also has a .380 on-base percentage. Hesse throws over to first, but Beislein is back. Beislein just has 1 stolen base on the season so far. There's the pitch that's hit right to the first baseman who drops it. He steps on first, and then he tags Beislein for the double play. That's kind of a good thing that Kuhlman did drop that. Although he might have had him either way. If he would have caught that, it would have been a chase to see who could get back to that first base. But since he did drop it, Beislein went back to first. He tagged the base, and then Beislein went towards second. So that'll give the Knights 2 outs. I'll clear the bases off. That first pitch is taken for a ball. Brings up Gavin Frederickson. He's just an 8th grader. Batting 156 so far this season. But he does have a decent 321 on-base percentage, so he'll take a few walks. He's got 10 of them so far this year. Takes that pitch for a strike. Makes the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's a pitch from Hesse. Swung on, chopped in the infield. Justice Kelly picks it up, throws it to first, into out. Umpire called him safe. So that'll go down as an infield single. From my vantage point, it looked like he got him, but I'm up here. Umpire, I'm sure, has a much better view. That'd be John Uhall. Umpire down there. That'll bring up Ryan DeVries. He's a junior. He's got an .087 batting average, which is 2 hits. First pitch is taken for a ball, but he leads the team in hit by pitches. That's a painful category to lead in. He's got 4 so far this year. That pitch is taken outside for a ball. He's got a 323 on-base percentage. Here's the pitch by Hesse. The pitch is taken upstairs. 71-mile-an-hour fastball. He's fallen way behind DeVries. 3 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. That pitch is taken for a strike. He's probably taken all the way on that, and I don't blame him. He might be taking another one here. Hesse's going to throw over to first. Frederickson is back safely. Hesse comes set, and here's the pitch. That pitch is taken upstairs for ball 4. So the Knights have a 2-out rally going here. They got runners on first and second, all with 2 outs. That's going to bring up Mason Mullen. He's a junior. Maddox DeWinter comes in the courtesy run for DeVries. He's their starting catcher. DeVries is, I should say. Mullen is their number 8 hitter. He's got 5 hits so far this season. That pitch is taken for a strike. Two of those hits were doubles. Here's the pitch. That pitch is swung on. It's lined right over the second baseman's head. Briar Bellis cuts it off. He's going to throw it back in. I think the run's going to score, and it will. So that'll give Mullins 4th RBI on the season. That's the 3rd hit of the inning. All of this coming with 2 outs. That's going to bring up Mays Weber. He's their number 9 hitter. That ball gets away from Shore. That was ruled as a pass ball. Makes our count 1 ball and no strikes. Weber's got 8 hits so far this season and 32 at-bats. Here's the pitch. Swung on, skied up in the air. That might stay in play. Shore gets over there, but he's not unable to make the play. So that'll fall harmlessly for a strike. Makes the count 1-1. Catching pop-ups with all that gear on isn't the easiest thing to do. Here's the pitch by Hesse. Swung on and missed, or strike 2. Weber steps back into the batter's box. Hesse gets the sign, comes set, and here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled off. That one in at 74 mile an hour. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Upstairs, ball 2. Makes our count 2-2. And here's the pitch. That pitch is taken right over the heart of the plate for strike 3. But the Knights were able to get 1 run on 3 hits. There were no errors and 2 runners left on base. We'll be back for the home half of the second inning here in just a minute. All right, we're back for the bottom of the second inning. Hebner, Hesse, and Harder are due up. Hebner gets a hold of the first one, and he's going to be safe with an infield single. Ball was a slow grounder to the third baseman. The third baseman picked it up, but he was unable to get Manny Hebner. That's the third hit for the Warriors. And that'll bring up Blake Hesse. Blake is our starting pitcher tonight. He's batting .211 so far this season, but he's been on a bit of a hot streak the past 4 games. Spence will throw over to first base. Manny is back in safely. Here's the pitch, skied up in the air. That's going to stay in play. Beislein is over to make the catch for out number 1. So that'll bring up Mason Harder. Mason's been hitting the ball much better as of late. He's got 8 hits so far this season and 44 at-bats. Does have a double. His on-base percentage is .368. He does take a few walks. Here's the pitch. Take it upstairs for a ball. Here's the pitch, swung on, skied up in the air, and I think this was going to stay in as well. Beislein is 2 for 2. So that's going to bring up Logan Sauerbrei. I believe he's playing left field and also designated hitter. I might have had someone else. I think I had Dana in left field. That's not the case. It's actually Sauerbrei. He swings and misses at the first one. Logan's got 2 hits on the season so far and just 8 at-bats. He went 2 for 4 in his first night as a varsity player. Takes the next pitch down low, outside for a ball. Evens the count 1-1. Here's a first. Spence is going to go over to first. He wants to keep Hebner close. Here's a pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Going on the play is Hebner. He's going to be into second safely. Makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. But now the Warriors have a runner in scoring position. Let's see if Sauerbrei can get him in. DeVries has only thrown out 3 runners so far this season. Sauerbrei smashes that ball into right field for a base hit. Coming around third and scoring is Manny Hebner. Sauerbrei takes off for second. He's going to get thrown out. Yep. But the Warriors do tie it up. Makes our score 1-1 on their 4th hit of the game. So we've got 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 runner left on. Well, actually, no runners left on base. We will head to the top of the 3rd inning. Our score is now tied. Union Knights 1, Warriors 1. We'll be back here in just a moment. All right, we're back for the top of the 3rd inning. The Knights have the top of their lineup due up. Lorenzen, Winicky, and Fell. Here's a pitch from Hesse. Lorenzen takes that first pitch for a ball. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit toward the second baseman. Hebner picks it up, throws it over to Kuhlman for out number 1. Score that one 4-3 on that play. That'll bring up Ethan Winicky. He is the Knights' talented freshman hitter. He's 0 for 1 so far in this game. Struck out in the 1st inning. He swings and misses on the first one. But he's got a .309 batting average. 17 hits total so far this season. That pitch is taken inside corner for a strike. He's fallen behind 0-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit up the middle. Justice Kelly scoops it up, throws it to first to retire Winicky. So that's the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Sam Fell. Sam is 0 for 1 in this game so far. Sam is their shortstop. Takes the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. He leads the team with 12 walks, so he's a patient hitter. Takes that first pitch, drives it towards the middle. Hebner cuts it off, throws it to first in time. They'll retire the side for the Knights. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. We're going to head to the home half of the 3rd inning. Our score remains Knights 1, Warriors 1. We'll be back here in just a minute. All right, we're ready for the home half of the third inning. Due up for the Warriors is the top of the lineup, Justice Kelly, Jake Shore, and Tucker Latteberg. 3 very good hitters in the Wapsie lineup. He takes the first pitch, skies it out toward right field, and that's going to drop for a hit.
Kelly flies a single to right field.
So that'll give Kelly his first hit of the game. He was 0 for 1 coming into that at-bat, make him 1 for 2.
Catcher number 18.
That'll bring up the Warriors catcher, Jake Shore. Jake got a hit back in that first inning. Hit a double, actually. First, Spence is going to chase back Kelly. Justice does have 10 stolen bases so far this season. He might be looking for one here. Here's a pitch from Spence. Kelly takes off, but Jake hits that very first pitch up in the air. And he's going to double off. Nope, Justice got back in. I think he had his foot on the wrong bag. He did. So that's just one out. Kelly safe at first. He took off running. He was running on the play, so he had to hustle to get back. Because it was just an infield pop fly that Lorenzen caught. That'll bring up Tucker Latteberg. Tucker got a hit back in that first inning. So he's 1 for 1. And that puts a runner in scoring position for Mason Harder. Mason's got 2 RBIs on the season. He fouls that one away. So that puts him behind 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's a pitch from Spence, taken outside and low. That'll even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the next time through the order, I'll start giving out the question of the day. That ball is hit sharply to the third baseman, who drops it, but he picks it back up, throws it over to first. It's close play. He's safe. Is that going to be a hit or an error? That's close. Go either way. He's going to confer on that. It could go either way. But it put runs on the corner. They'll call it a hit. I agree with that decision. Give Harder another hit. That's his 9th of the season. Also gives him an RBI, which I believe is a 3rd on. No, it doesn't give him an RBI. That brings up Logan Sauerbrei, who takes the first pitch for a ball. Logan got a hit in his first at-bat. That pitch is taken outside. They'll throw it over to third, which will hit Curley right on the leg. So Harder stole second, and instead of throwing it to second, he threw it to third, which I've seen a lot of catchers do because they want to catch that runner sneaking off the bag. But it caught Curley right in the leg as he was sliding back in. Sauerbrei skies that one up in the air, but it's going to go foul. I believe that makes our count 2-1. I'll get it right on the screen for you. 2 balls and 1 strike is our count. Here's a pitch from Spence. That pitch is hit right up toward the middle. Second baseman Lorenzen picks it up, throws it over to first. I had only 1 out. I guess I was off by 1. My apologies. That's the 3rd out of the inning. But the Warriors are leading. They did score 4 runs in that inning. 6 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. We're going to head to the top of the 4th inning. Warriors 5, Knights 1. We'll be back here in just a minute. All right, we're back for the top of the fourth inning. Joe Beislein is due up for the Knights, also Spence and Frederickson. Beislein got a hit in his first at-bat. He leads the team in hitting. That first pitch is taken down low and gets away from Shore. My mind drew a blank for a second. That pitch is taken on the outside corner for a strike. Makes the count 1-1. That pitch is smashed toward the second baseman, who picks it up, flips it to first, and that'll retire Beislein for the first out of the inning. So that'll bring up Sawyer Spence, who's the Knights pitcher. Sawyer came into this game batting .326, one of the better hitters on the team. Takes the first pitch for a strike. And I asked the Knight players who their favorite professional team and athlete was. That pitch is taken for a strike. So Sawyer's favorite team is the Miami Heat, and his favorite player is Jimmy Butler. So he hits that ball toward the third baseman. Latterberg picks it up, guns it over to first for the second out of the inning. So that'll bring up Gavin Frederickson. He is an 8th grader for the Knights. He's got 7 hits so far this season. Gavin said his favorite professional team is the Cardinals. And his favorite player, can you guess? It's what every Cardinal fan says. Yep, it's Molina. Molina. I try to convince them that Contreras should be their favorite player, but they don't buy it. But he did get a base hit. Hit it over the Justice Kelly's head. So that'll give Frederickson a hit. Yeah, Albert Pujols, he was back in the day pretty much every Cardinals fan favorite player. I don't even want to tell you who Ryan DeVries' favorite team is. I mean, I get one every game. Every single game, I get a Yankees fan. Every game. There's a smart kid. A Yankees fan. His favorite player, not Anthony Rizzo. I try to talk him into it, but no, he's Aaron Judge. I think the count's 1-1. I'll update that for you. Runner on first, 2 outs. Ryan DeVries is the catcher. Takes that pitch for a strike. And I did ask him the hot dog question. Is the hot dog a sandwich? It's been a debate. I did it the last game with the home team. There was only a couple of players that were even said yes. And one of them was Ryan DeVries, who just struck out swinging. But that'll do it for the top of the fourth inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We're going to head to the home half of the fourth inning. Our score remains Warriors 5, Knights 1. We'll be back here in just a minute. All right, we're back for the top of the 5th inning. I'm sorry, the home half of the 4th inning. We do have a pitching change. In to pitch for the Knights is Ethan Winicky, who's a freshman. He's 0 for 4 on the season. Got a 10.17 earned run average. Opponents are hitting .325. Justice takes the first pitch and fouls it off for a strike. Normally Winicky's a starter. He's got 4 starts in the season, but today he's coming in relief. He's second in innings pitched with 21.1, so he gets quite a bit of work. Here's a pitch. That pitch is smashed toward the gap between left and center. That'll go down as a hit. I believe that's the Warriors' 11th hit of the game already. It is. So that'll bring up Jake Shore. He's 1 for 2 in the game so far. Question of the day. I asked them, the boys, what their favorite ride was at Adventureland. Favorite ride, something different. We've been talking about food quite a bit. Jake Shore's. Now, do you even know any of the rides at Adventureland? Okay, give me one, the most famous one you know of. Close. Not Twister, but you're on the right track. Tornado. And that's Jake Shore's favorite ride at Adventureland. So Justice Kelly takes off, but Shore pops that up in the air, hustling to get back. Oh, he drops it. So he's going to get the out at second base because Kelly was busting his butt trying to get back to first. So that'll go as a fielder's choice. I don't think we'll give an error on that. It's just a fielder's choice. He picks it up, throws it to second, so he gets an out. So that's the first out of the inning.
Third baseman, number 13,
Tucker Latterberg, his favorite ride at Adventureland, he told me it was a log ride. But when I told him that didn't exist anymore, they did take that out. He said it's now the Monster. That Monster, I looked it up online. It's quite the roller coaster. It's got like seating. It's not like your typical seating. It's got 4 in the front, 4 in the back. He loops that one into center for a base hit. Shore's going to advance to third on that play. That'll put runners on the corners for the Warriors. But when I get a chance, well, I was on the Adventureland website. I did notice they've got a new log ride style ride coming. It's called the Draken Falls. So I'll have to tell him about that. It's not open yet, but it's coming soon. Should make Adventureland a sponsor for giving them all these plugs. Maybe some free tickets. Adventureland, if you're tuning in, give us some free tickets, will you? That pitch is taken down low for a ball. Let's see. Oh, Jackson Kuhlman. His favorite ride is that space shot. That's the one that shoots you straight up in the air. I've been on that ride one time, and I may have said a bad word all the way up. I'll never do it again. I got on it one time. Pitch. Oh, that's smashed right up the middle. That's going to get through for a hit. Coming in to score is Shore. That'll give Kuhlman an RBI. His 19th of the season. I think he's still one behind Hesse because he got 2 earlier. But that's going to bring up Briar Bellis. Briar's favorite ride is that Tornado. The wooden roller coaster. Kind of ancient. It is a classic. You don't see too many wooden roller coasters that are still in operation anymore. Adventureland has one of the few remaining. I think I've been on that thing 3 times in my life. That pitch is taken for a strike. As a little kid, my dad forced me to go on it. I think I screamed the whole time. I might have been like 6 or 7 years old. I don't remember. I do remember going on it, though. That pitch is skied up in the air. Center fielder camps under it, makes the play. And that'll give us 2 outs in the inning. That'll bring up Manny Hebner. Manny's 1 for 1 in the game. He must have reached the second time as well. Forget. Oh, he had a sac fly. Oh, sac bunt. That's right. First pitch is taken down low for a ball. Now, Manny's never been to Adventureland, so I'm like, give me any ride of any park you've been to. He's been to Lost Island. So his favorite ride is that great big huge red slide that goes straight down and will give you a wedgie. I had to look it up. They call that the Lost Souls Falls. Our count's now 1-1. Oh, that ball gets by the catcher, so advancing are Latteberg and Coleman. Our count's now 2-1. I've been on that one once. That ball's hit toward the shortstop. It's scooped. Nice scoop by Beislein over there at first base to keep Lorenzen. Lorenzen's now at shortstop. That saved him an error. So that'll conclude the bottom half of the fourth inning. Warriors do add on another run. They added like 3 hits too, I believe. There's 2 runners left on base. No errors in that inning. We'll head to the top of the 5th inning. Wapsie now leads 6-1 over the Knights. We'll be back here in just a minute. All right, we're back for the top of the 5th inning. Due up for the Knights is Mullen, Weber, and Lorenzen. That first pitch is smashed toward the right fielder who makes the catch to retire Mullen. Nice catch by Mason Harder. And that'll bring up Mays Weber. He's a freshman. His favorite team, he's my guy. Cubs fan. Favorite player, though, football, Tom Brady. That first pitch is taken for a strike. I also asked Andrew Sadler, who's not in the lineup, but he's playing defensively, I believe. His favorite player is also Tom Brady, and he's a Cubs fan. That pitch is taken outside for a ball. Weber's 0 for 1 in the game so far. Takes that next pitch outside. He's got 7 walks on the season so far. Also 8 hits. That pitch is taken down low. He's ahead of the count. 3 balls and 1 strike. Hesse is at 55 pitches. I believe the target for him was 85 or 90. He'll draw the walk. So that'll put a runner on first with just 1 out. And that'll bring up the top of their order, Ty Lorenzen. Ty Lorenzen's now at shortstop. His favorite team is the New York Mets. Takes that first pitch for a strike. Yeah, I think that is the first Mets fan I've had. Jacob deGrom is his favorite player, who's no longer a Mets pitcher, but he was up until last year. I think he went to the Giants, if I remember right. Big, huge contract, and now he's hurt. The Rangers, that's right. The Texas Rangers. And he's out with a Tommy John surgery, isn't he? Yeah. Big, huge contract. I feel bad for him. But deGrom is easily the best pitcher in baseball, I think. He skies up that ball, but camps under it is Tucker Latterberg, so that'll make 2 outs in the inning. That'll bring up Winicky, who's now the pitcher. I asked Ethan the same question. What's his favorite team? Guess what he said? Cardinals. Favorite player? I'm not even going to tell you who his favorite player is. I'm just going to stop saying. It's the same guy. Every Cardinals fan says the same guy. Molina. I said I wouldn't say it, and I did anyway. That pitch is hit right back to the pitcher. Hesse picks it up. He runs it over and flips it to Coleman to retire the Knights. So that'll end the top of the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base. We'll head to the home half of the 5th inning. Our score is still Wapsie Valley 6, Knights 1. We'll be back for the bottom of the 5th inning here in just a minute. All right, we're back for the home half of the 5th inning. Due up for the Warriors, Hesse, Harder, and Sauerbry. So Blake Hesse. Aunt Mary, you're out there. Do you have any idea who your nephew's favorite ride at Adventureland is? If you don't, you're going to find out. His favorite ride is the Galleon. That's that one, that boat that swings back and forth. The Galleon. Now, I've been on that ride a few times. That's one I will get on at Adventureland. Can't do roller coasters much anymore. Used to be able to do the spinny ones, but now that's starting to make me sick. I think I'm getting too old for them. That ball skied up in the air, but foul out of play. But I'll still get on the Galleon. I may not sit in the last row anymore. Here's the pitch. That pitch is taken on the inside part of the plate for strike 2. Evens the count to 2-2. Hesse's 1 for 2 so far in the game. He's got 2 RBIs. He leads the team in that category. Like I said, he's been a hot hitter. He hits that ball right into the gap between short and third. Lorenzen picks it up, throws it over to first, and gets Hesse. Very close play. Hesse thought he was safe. He gave the safe signal as he crossed the bag, but the umpire wasn't buying it. That'll bring up Mason Harder. Mason's got a hit in this game. He's 1 for 2. Ask Mason the same question. Favorite ride at Adventureland. Takes that first pitch for a ball. He said his is a Storm Chaser. Now that ride freaks me out. That's the one that goes up in the air and you're spinning like in chairs. There's 2 people that'll sit side by side and they take you high up in the air and then just spin you. Not for me. Can't do it. Takes that pitch for a ball. 2-1's the count. But that's Mason's favorite ride. It's called the Storm Chaser. That pitch is taken inside for a ball. Almost hit him. That probably is. Board just pointed out it's probably safer than those carnival ones that go up, that spin around. Those look like those baby swings that you get in. Yeah. Count's now full. Those rides are just flat out scary. Not because they're scary, it's just because they're sometimes in bad shape. He chops that one up right in front of the plate. DeVries will pick it up, throw to baseline to retire Harder. And that's the second out of the inning. Brings up Logan Sauerbrei. He's a freshman. He said he's been to Adventureland a couple times. His favorite ride is also the Monster. He swings and misses at the first pitch. That is quite the roller coaster at Adventureland. The steel one, like I said, it's got 4 seats in the back, 4 in the front. That pitch is taken for a ball. 1-1's the count. You might find him and Tucker Latterberg on it together if they ever go to Adventureland together. Again, not a sponsor, so if you guys want to chalk up some free tickets, I'm sure the boys would love to go. He swung on and missed for strike 2. Makes the count 2-2. Logan's got a hit so far in this game. He's 1 for 2. He drove in a run. I think that was in the 4th inning. Here's the pitch. That pitch is taken down low for ball 3. Full count now on Sauerbrei. Winicky winds up. Here's the pitch. That pitch is taken for strike 3. So that'll do it for the Warriors. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. We're now going to head to the top of the 6th inning. Our score remains Warriors 6, Knights 1. We'll be back here in just a minute. All right, we're ready for the top of the 6th inning. Due up for the Knights, Sandfeld, Beislein, and Spence are all due up. Fell is 0 for 2 so far in this game. He takes that first pitch down low for a ball. Sam's favorite professional team is the Chicago Cubs. He follows that one off for 1-1 is the count now. But his favorite player is Ohtani from the Angels, who is going to be a free agent this next offseason, so maybe he'll become a Chicago Cub. I mean, it'll never happen, but I like to dream. That pitch is skied up in the air on the foul side of the third base line. Tucker Latterberg grabs it for the first out of the inning. Well, that'll bring up Joe Beislein. Joe's favorite team is also the Cubs. But his favorite athlete, though, is a golfer. Justin Thomas is his favorite athlete. Takes that first pitch down low for a ball. Never heard of him. Although I've never heard of any golfers outside of Tiger Woods. No. Wait, who? Oh, is he the one from Iowa? Okay, I've heard of Jack Johnson. That pitch is taken for a strike. Makes the count 2-1. Arnold Palmer, that name rings. Was he a golfer? That was okay. That pitch is also taken for a strike. Makes the count 2-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on. hit him in the batter's box, so that'll go for a foul ball. So 5 Cub fans on their team. Hey, he smashes that one between short and third. Line drive, base hit. That's just the 5th hit so far in this game for the Knights. That'll bring up Sawyer Spence. Sawyer is 0 for 2 in the game so far. He was a Jimmy Butler fan. Likes the Miami Heat. That pitch is taken on the outside corner for a strike. And again, I did ask the hot dog question. I did. But there was only 2 guys that said yes, that the hot dog is a sandwich. Hot dog in a bun, I should say. They were all saying no. He skied that one up in the air and the foul side, and Coleman will catch it for out number 2. Nice play by Jackson. The only 2 that said yes was Maze Weber and Ryan DeVries. Everybody else was a solid no. So I'm giving up on that poll. It's a fun poll to do, though. That first pitch is taken for a ball. I mean, my logic behind it is you go to Subway and you get a sub. They don't cut the bread all the way through, and that's still considered a sandwich. The Italian sandwich, that's considered a sandwich. You know, you dip it. You know, it's not cut all the way through. I asked their coach what he called. He said no, a hot dog is an American taco, is what he called it. All right, that ball is chopped up to Hesse, who flips it over to first base. Coleman to retire the side. So that'll do it for the Knights in the top of the 6th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We're going to head to home half of the 6th inning. Score remains Warriors 6, Knights 1. We'll be back here in just a minute. Boy, every time he plays a song, just at the right moment when everybody starts clapping is when we have to shut it off. Justice Kelly is now batting. Let's see. Justice is 2 for 3 so far in this game. He takes that first pitch, grounds it right to the third baseman. He gobbles it up, throws it across to retire Kelly for the first out of the inning. Kelly made quick work of that. Brings up Jake Shore. Didn't get a chance to give Justice's favorite ride out. He's not much of an amusement park guy. Hope that ball is going to hit Shore, so he's going to be awarded first base. He likes the Frantic Freeway, which is the bumper car ride at Adventureland.
Third baseman number 13, Tucker Latimer.
But Justice doesn't get into amusement parks. Now, his brother, Asa, is complete opposite. He would live at an amusement park if you let him. If I was to get him the season pass at Adventureland, he'd probably be there every weekend. Latimer skies that ball up in the air. The left fielder gets under and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Mason Mullen for out number 2.
So that'll bring up Jackson Coleman.
First baseman number 31,
Jackson's having a good game so far. He's 2 for 3. He's got 3 RBIs in the game. He's now taking the RBI lead on the team. He skies the first pitch toward left field, but it's going to go out of play. Jackson favorite ride is a space shot. I think I mentioned that already. Yeah, that's the one I'll never get on again. I suppose I admitted I said a bad word, and my mom's listening in Texas. Sorry, Mom. It was just a not so nice word. It wasn't a real bad one. That pitch is hit toward the left field side, but it's going to go out of play. I might have said, holy crap, all the way up. Maybe that's what I said. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. So, yeah, shout out to my mom, Linda Kelly, down in Mission, Texas. That pitch is hit on the first base side, but foul. Count remains 0-2. Jake is still standing on first base. He's tied for the team lead with 12 stolen bases. Surprised he hasn't left yet. Now he's going. Jackson skies that up in the air toward left center, left center. And Mullen is going to make the play to retire the Warriors. So that'll do it for the Warriors in the bottom of the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base. Our score remains Wapsie 6, Knights 1. We're going to head to the final inning. Top of the 7th inning is coming up. And the Knights have DeVries, Mullen, and Weber due up. We'll be back here in just a minute. All right, we're back for the final inning. This game has moved along very quickly. The sun's still out. You can barely see the lights that have been on since the first inning. The pitchers are both working very quickly. Ryan DeVries is batting for the Knights. He's 0 for 1. He did get a walk. He swings and misses on the first one for strike 1. Hesse is still in there as the Warrior pitcher. He's at 75, make that 76 pitches. Swung and missed for strike 2. And DeVries is the Yankees fan. That pitch is taken for strike 3. That's the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Mason Mullen. Mason's got a hit in this game so far. He's 1 for 2. Also drove in a run. He drove in the 1 run. Thank you. He drives that one to center field. for a hit. The second hit of the game.
Right fielder number 29, Mays Weber.
That'll bring up Mays Weber. Mays is 0 for 1. He's also walked, which was his 8th of the season. That first pitch is taken for a strike. Hesse will throw over to first. Mullins back in safely. Mays is just a freshman. He lays down a bunt, but it's going to go foul. The Knights have a lot of younger players on their team. Just 2 seniors, 3 juniors, 3 freshmen, an 8th grader, and a sophomore fill out their lineup. That pitch is swung on, hit right back to Hesse, who throw to second, and over to first for a double play. So call that one 1-4-3 on the double play. I believe that was Hebner standing on second base. Oh, he got justice, I guess, on it. So it's 1-6-3 on the play. So that'll do it for the Warriors. Warriors win. Final score 6-1. To wrap things up for you, first for the Knights. Knights only scored 1 run in today's game on 6 hits. Got 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Spence is going to take the loss for the Knights. He's now 0-2. No, he's 1-2 on the season now. For the Warriors, they scattered 13 hits. That's a lot of hits, but they only scored 6 runs. Only 1 strikeout in the game and no walks, so they were up there swinging. Getting the win for the Warriors is Blake Hesse. Blake is now 1-1 on the season. So the Knights, they will fall to 3-15 and 1-8 in conference. While that's the Warriors' 14th win, they're now 14-9, and they go 6-3 in conference. Next game for Wapsie, they'll be at home again tomorrow night against Key High, while Union will be at Denver tomorrow night, starting at 7:30. The Warrior game is tomorrow night. That one should start around 7. It'll start after the JV game. But the one in Denver they have down as 7:30. So make note of that if you're a Knight fan. Otherwise, we'll see everybody else back here tomorrow night against Key High. Again, the Warriors win 6-1. We'll be back tomorrow night. But go Warriors. Have a good night.